As a gas guzzler veteran, I prefer cars like this. But today I'm going to try a completely new concept, namely electric driving. Today I will going to drive in a Nissan Leaf, and I will tell you about the concept of electric driving. The concept of electric driving comes from the quest of environmental friendly driving. Cars with gas engines, of course, pollute the environment. So people thought of a car that wouldn't pollute anything, and of course an electric car has zero emission. But that's about direct emissions. Indirect emissions are pretty bad for electric cars. With the ads, for example, for this Nissan Leaf, they try to make you believe that you see people dancing in a disco and it will charge the cars, or you see windmills turning around and it will charge the cars. But in practice, of course, this doesn't happen. The problem with windmills is that they don't generate enough energy to actually fulfill our electric energy needs. So for example, here in Holland, they will build extra coal power plants in the near future for the increasing demand for electricity. And of course, the increasing demand for electricity also comes from electric cars. And therefore, this is actually a coal-powered electric car. And now, if electricity would be more efficient than a gas engine, well, that would be okay. You know, coal power plants have about 60% efficiency. A gas engine in cars have about 30% in efficiency. So you would say, well, that's a great benefit. But if you look at it, making electric energy from coal, there you get a 60% efficiency. But then, of course, it has to go through a transformer. Then you have to transport it through power lines, which is yet another loss of efficiency. Then you will have to transfer it through transformers to your neighborhood, which is yet another loss of efficiency. Then you have to get it in this car and store it in the batteries, and you have another loss of efficiency. And then, when it's in this car and you actually start driving, the electrical energy needs to be transformed to moving energy. And you have yet another loss of efficiency. So, in fact, these cars are not so environmentally friendly as they seem. Many governments try to stimulate this kind of driving because, of course, for the numbers, it's very clean. Therefore, this car, in the Netherlands at least, you will not pay any taxes over it to own it, and there's many free charge stations, so you will also not have to pay any money for, well, juice in this. So it's actually a very cheap car to own, but to buy it, I think it costs like 35,000 euros or so. It's really expensive for a small car. The car itself is a pretty funny concept. Now right now I'm driving in eco mode, and the eco mode lets you have a greater action radius because it relies more heavily on the engine. So when you're accelerating, you actually see the power usage. And when you're decelerating, it will regenerate itself. In eco mode, it will regenerate itself even more, as you can see. And when you're braking, it will have a max regeneration. So it reuses the power that's already there. The acceleration in a car like this, of course, is amazing because it has like 260 Newton meter of torque, which is quite a lot. And from standstill, this is a pretty fast car. I'm not sure about the numbers, but it's amazing. You don't hear anything and you still see it accelerating really fast. Well, the car is equipped with a lot of modern gadgets. For example, you have navigation here, it has an auxiliary input, and it actually supports Bluetooth audio. You can connect your phone here. You can also see the complete status of the car itself, with its average usage and its usage at this particular moment. But I wonder, would it be possible to actually turn this off? I mean, you have all these gadgets, this display, the two other displays on the dashboard, and they all use energy. I mean, I think you would gain several extra kilometers by being able to turn that off. So overall, the electric car is not a bad concept, but the sole reason these cars exist doesn't really work out. And it only has an action radius of about 150 kilometers, which is about 110 miles. So what if you get a call and they say like, hey, your mother is dying and you have only 1 hour still to see her alive. And you have to say like, hey, wait a minute, My Nissan Leaf is charging, so I can't leave right now. Can you wait for 3 hours? If we really want to have an environmentally sound car, then we should make a type of gases made fully out of biological substances. But this coal-powered Nissan Leaf, I'm not so convinced about it.